Listening to less music in the car and while working out can reduce your stress. Coach Bear here, Equity Podcast, giving you tools to be fit for life. I'm just some guy, and that likes reading. And I find that every once in a while I find a quote that's pretty neat and kind of gets me going down a rabbit hole and thinking about different things. And the quote I saw recently that I've heard a couple times actually in the past few weeks. All of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone. And this was Blaise Pascal. He was a scientist in the 1600s. When we go through our day, if we're driving to work, if we're doing laundry or cooking, or if we're working out or going for a walk, what are we doing? We're listening to something. And I'm not saying listening to things is a bad thing. Listening to music is very rewarding. It adds flavor to our life. Listening to podcasts, like I listen to a lot of podcasts and I listen to books on, I listen to audiobooks. They're super, super helpful. But if we're always drowning out our thoughts with something, we're going, we're missing out. Perfect example of this is, when I'm here running the gym, coaching, doing all the things that we need to do, I'm doing stuff. I'm constantly busy, and there's not a lot. I'm not busy. I constantly have a full schedule, and I enjoy it. If I don't go out my way to give me some time to think, um, things can start falling through the gaps. So we just got back from vacation. We went down to the Outer Banks, and I had a lot of time on the beach or by the pool, just hanging out, playing with the kids, but nothing to really do. Like there wasn't that, oh, I have this at this time and this at that time and then this. I had some breathing room. I had time to read even more. And the ideas just flooded in me. Like I was constantly writing stuff down the entire week because I had time. I had a buffer to actually be in my own head. It gave me time to connect neurons and to start being aware of different things that I want to do in the gym, different things I need to do in my life, and just much more time to work on myself and all the things that I want to improve in my life. When and I've talked about this in the past before about having a nighttime routine. For me in particular, I get a lot of shower thoughts. Like that's literally a thing is shower thoughts. And why is that? Because it's a time to start down regulating. You start relaxing. You don't have anything to do. It's very monotonous. You do the same thing every time, and your brain starts connecting things. So what we're doing when we're always listening to music, when we're always have something in our ear, when we don't give ourselves time to breathe, is that our brain never has time to do that. And now we just have this anxiety all the time. We don't have time to think about, hey, what do I really want? What do I need to do to get what I really want? Is this what I want, or am I just kind of playing off of somebody else? We need to have time. We need to be able to spend time in our own head. That's also going to help us when things get hard to be able to be like, okay, I can handle this. When you're going out for a long run and you don't have anything, you're not just listening to something, you got to spend time in your own head. And for some people, that can be scary. Or, you just say it's bored, but boredom is where ideas come from. That's where creativity comes from. That's when you start thinking outside the box. That's what we want. We want to be bored sometimes. We need that time to think. I think a great time to do that is when we're driving. I see memes all the time of, what kind of psychopath doesn't listen to music in the car? Hand raised. Now, there will be times when I do, I'll put on a podcast or audiobook or something, but a lot of the times I don't have any music on in the car or any podcast. I don't have any noise in the car. I'm just driving and just trying to be in my own head, trying to give myself some space. I was on my way to the gym, or I think I was on my way to or from the gym. I can't remember. And I was at a stoplight and I had to get a piece of crumpled paper. It was coming home from the gym. Piece of crumpled paper, pull it out of my bag and writing something down before the light turned red because something popped in my head. Again, no music on. Because our brain can't make those connections if it's thinking about something else. We're listening to the latest murder mystery podcast thing. We're thinking about that thing and we're not making any connections or thinking about anything else, right? We're not aware of what we're doing, why we're doing it. And when you spend time with yourself, when you spend time in your own head, we can start thinking about the things that are bothering us and how we can deal with them. We can start understanding why we're seeing something, right? We have awareness, we have intention, and then we can take action. So give your time. It doesn't have to be meditating, right? You don't have to be sitting on the floor on a rug with incense. You can be in a car, you can be in the shower, it can be in your room, it can be before bed, it can be before everybody wakes up in the morning, just sitting in a chair. Whatever comes up, just think about it. Start letting that brain connect things. When we're talking about health, right, we talk about the 5 factors a lot. We talk about um, training, exercising, talk about sleep and recovery, nutrition, um, connection, connecting with others, connecting with nature. Connecting with nature, another great way to get some of that time, and how we think, our mindset. And giving this time to be with ourselves, to be in our own head, will let us connect with nature and it'll let us start working on our mindset and start thinking about what we want and how we're gonna what's the type of person we want to be, and maybe fix some random problems that you're having. To get that creativity going, to get those juices flowing. The number of times I get a solution or a part of a solution or a hint of an idea for something that I want to work on at the gym is almost always it comes from these times of uh, thought, of quiet. So find stillness. That's another way to put it. Find stillness. I hope this helps. Uh, if you think I'm full of shit, give it a try and let me know. If you find, hey, what's the thing that helps you? Like, where do you find your time to do this? Is it in having a coffee in the morning or during lunch? When do you find your time by yourself? If you think this might help somebody, please share it with them. If you liked it, you know what to do. Like it, subscribe, all that stuff. What we're looking to do is to have more happy, healthy people in the world. And by sharing this, by liking this, hopefully somebody else reaches it and it helps them be a little bit more healthy, a little bit more happy. And it brings a little more joy in the world. Thanks so much. Cheers.